Hello and welcome to another well-appointed desk plan with me. This is November, my November setup, and this is just going to be sort of a slapdash video. I have done similar videos like this in the past where I walk through my process of paring down a particularly large collection of washi tape, stickers, pens, to sort of do a theme each month for my planner. And I use basically a version of visual journaling, bullet journaling. Basically, it's a blank book, and I add in the date and the day for each day for a page a day. Now, you could do this with a Hobonichi if you just wanted to use the dates in the existing book. Or another type of planner like that already has your sort of page a day set up, and then just add decorative elements. And I do this to sort of create a no longer blank page for each day of the month to just give me a place to start. And I've found that even if I just do a week at a time of sort of pre-decorating, I'm air quoting here, pre-decorating, just adding a few little things that kind of keep in the spirit of the season, or to kind of get me in the frame of mind that even if it's 80 degrees outside, it is actually almost November, that kind of thing. So this is just how I set up. What I normally do is spend about 10 or 15 minutes, give or take, picking out some washi tape that I'd like to use. And then I usually roll my washi tape around old credit cards, gift cards, in my case, hotel cards, just a couple of wraps for each of the is usually enough for the month, of the washi tape that I would like to use, and I color theme it. So this month, obviously being Thanksgiving, like November, Thanksgiving, fall here in the Midwest, I'm going with lots of, russet browns and oranges and deep yellow, like golden yellows, a little bit of green, mushrooms, just anything to me that feels fall. And in this case, some of these cards I had used in previous months, and they had similar colors, so I just left them and just added in a few new colors. Some of these are available in my shop. I'll include a link. You can look in the washi tape section. And let's see, these 3 rolls should all be available in my shop. I cannot remember the specific names of these at the moment. I apologize. But again, sort of darker colors that feel, the approaching fall, late fall and winter. And at the last minute, I also grabbed this one, which is Creeping Moon, also in the shop, the Autumn Oak, which I love, which just has all the oak leaves on it. The Foraging tape, and then this new one that I just got in, which is really wide, but is more celestial, and I'm not sure if it kind of goes with the vibe for this month, but it's so pretty, I couldn't resist. And it is also those sort of dark umber colors and things like that, so going to hold on to that. And probably, I think I might be able to fit this Autumn Oak onto this little last spot on my card. So those are the washies that I'm going to be using. It's more, I try to pare down, not pair up. My goal is really to have maybe 2 cards. So it's like 5 or 10 different washi tapes. I don't really need that many. In this case, these were just leftovers. So this was the one I rolled up with these colors. And then these other ones were just sort of, I'm going to try to use them up this month. So the whole idea is I never want to try to convince people that you have to buy new stuff. I do like to show the cool new things that I get in the shop, but in no way, my goal here is go dig through your collection. Do you have any washi tapes that feel like they go together or could go together just based on color or theme or concept? And again, you don't have to follow along with my theme. Do your own thing. So in terms of stickers, I dug through the well-appointed desk stash of stickers. These are fresh from the printer. So I'm super excited to actually have these in hand. But this is the Cozy Fall, which is a little cuter, sweeter than what most of the stuff that I have, which tends to be more sort of vintage, classic artwork. But I love all the little leaves and the pumpkins, so I may try to work this in to the set. Then we have Fall Florals, which is perfect for this time of year, Mushroom Forager. And then I think I'm going to use these date dots, which are in the green color, Peak Foliage, which pretty much gets used for September, October, and November around here, just because, you know, they're so pretty, and I love leaves. So I'm going to use all of these, and then I think I'm going to grab a sheet of the typewriter days in brown or black. So hold please. Okay, I was able to find quick at hand a sheet in brown, which is fine. It'll be perfectly acceptable. It'll look nice with the green dots. And this just provides me with a way to indicate the day of the week or the day of the month. And then this will be my day of the week. And so that is what I'm going to use. I also pulled out 4 volumes of the Peter Popper Press. This is Cottagecore, Bibliophilia, Ephemera, Museum Treasures, and Sticker Book of Curiosities. And these I'm going to search through specifically to find a couple of pages. And I won't use every single one of these books. And what I prefer to do is to pull out a couple pages or just to cut out specific couple of stickers that go with my theme, because I don't want to be having to look through each of these books every time I want to sit down and start planning. So if I want to just do like plan out the first week, get my stickers and everything in and organized for the week, I really only want to look through 2 or 3 of these sheets, because obviously I have all these stickers, I have washi tape. Like, I want to minimize and make this process simple but still fun. So I kind of do a first pass with these. So I'm going to look through these real quick and pick out a couple pages. Okay, so I went through all 4 books, which are all available in my shop. But I discovered that for the theme that I'm going for, which is sort of this fall, sort of harvest, fruits, vegetables kind of thing, I had the best luck with the cottagecore book. So I found, I think this one was in the Curiosities, sticker book of Curiosities. I think the rest of these sheets pretty much came out of the cottagecore. I don't think I pulled any from the Bibliophilia book, maybe one sheet. Maybe this one. But I'm looking forward to using these books at other times of the year and for different things. And then from the museum one, I picked the one with the plates because I felt like it, like reminded me of pulling out your fancy china on Thanksgiving Day and, serving up on the fancy dishes. So I thought it might be kind of fun to try to work these in somewhere. So I ended up with about 6 or 8 sheets. This is probably way more stickers than I need. I probably will not use all of these, but this means that I'm not flipping through all of these books as I'm starting to set this up. So we can move those out of the way. We have all of our stickers now. So what I've got now is basically a small stack of things. Obviously I have way too much washi tape, but like this is basically what I have to work with. I would like to add additional stamps possibly, but again, I try to use some of these clear stamps. These came from Jet Pens. This is the Splice stamp, which has some floral designs that I thought I can just add in a little bit. And then I have an assortment of just small archival ink stamp pads that I can use if I want to add in that. But again, this is much more transportable than carrying all 4 of those books and a bunch of other stuff. And like I said, the washi tape, as much as I love this, will probably only use a little bit or save this for a later date. And then probably wrap these onto a couple more cards, another card, just so that I'm not having to carry all of this around with me as I go through my planning throughout the month, because I will do about a week at a time, maybe 10 days, and then wait until the next Sunday to sort of set up for the coming week. And that just gives me a chance to sort of look and see if I've done everything that I want to do, accounted for everything. And then again, I have buckets and buckets and buckets of pens. And in this case, I have managed to narrow this down for the month of November to these pens. It's still way more than I possibly could use. And you can narrow it down to 1 writing pen and like 1 accent pen and call it good. Like under no circumstances do I think anybody needs to be carrying around this much stuff. If you're, setting up your planner on a day-to-day basis or that kind of thing, this is really excessive. But so for the pens, I have picked out this Pilot Juice in 04 in glossy brown. Then somewhere, my Sarasa Nano 03 in Bordeaux purple, which ran away. But I will be using it. I think it's on my desk right now. I do like to have a couple of gel pens just to be able to sort of mix things up, or if I'm writing on different paper surfaces. So if I insert, like I tip in a receipt or something like that, sometimes I don't want to try to write on those with fountain pen. So it's nice to have a couple gel pens just floating around. Then I have a couple Marvy Lip Pen Flexes. It appears that the brown one has again already run away, but this is the ochre color. And again, I am forcing myself to, oh, you know what? The brown is probably still in my October kit setup. So I still have not transferred everything over yet, but same design. It's the Le Pen Flex in brown, which I used in October. These two, which seems to show up almost every month, and I probably did pull these out of my October kit, but this is the Pentel brush sign pen, also known as the Fude Touch in violet and olive. I did throw in just a plain Le Pen in olive, and I keep waffling. Do I need both of these? Probably not, but they're still both in here. And then I have a Zebra mild liner in sort of a khaki color. I'm pretty sure it's like written in Japanese, so I don't actually know which color this is. It probably came in a set, but just one of your standard zebra mild liners. And then when I get into the fountain pens, this month I have decided to use exclusively the Kuretake Art Nouveau colors, which seemed really appropriate. I did a review on the blog recently of these colors, and so I just went ahead and filled pens with all of these and thought I would give them a test drive this month. So I have my Kaweco Sport in Sage, Kaweco Sport in Sage, with the Zalnay Gray, or Green, I'm sorry, Zalnay Gray, Green. I have the Sailor Pro Color with the Kuretake Mahogany Brown. I have, this is a Franklin Christoph Pocket 66. It's a little bit older. Some of these models will no longer be available, but just if you're curious, this has Perkin Mauve in it, and it has this lovely custom Sig Fine. Then I have the Kuretake, this is the Kaweco Sport in, I think it's Coral, and it has the Kuretake Old Rose, and then last but not least is, oh, this is not the right pen. This is my Bennu Viper, which I've been using this month for Halloween for October. But I have the Skull and Roses edition, which has the Kuretake Concrete Gray. Pens look the same. So again, I think this got left in my kit for October. I think I got flip-flopped them out. But anyway, I was showing pens to a friend of mine the other day, so that's probably what happened. So anyway, so I have these pens all chosen for writing, highlighting, and I will put these all into a little carry bag. This month's bag is a Nomadic, which I have had for years. And again, I don't know if this Jet Pen still carries this. This was an iron-on transfer from a company called Hot Dang Press, that I ironed on myself. So customizing everything. And then I just keep things like glue, scissors, a ruler, an eraser, a bone folder in my kit as well. So these will all just live in here and travel around. And this one does have this little thing where I'll keep my fountain pens up here in these elastics. So that's my pen stash and my pen list. So this month I am still working in this journal. It is a midi-sized version of the paper blanks. I can't remember what this is called. The Velvet Cape is a style. It has 120 GSM paper. I have the blank version, and then this is a new clip that I have in the shop from Cora Crea Crafts. We have owls and foxes, and I really love it. It's so cute, so nice. So this is my new clip for the month. So I have printables available for patrons. If you are a patron, you can grab one of these and download and print it yourself. And they're available in A6, A5, B6, and weeks sizes. And then I have this tip-in tape from Lauren Phelps Designs, and I just got a post recently that they have come out with some, they've paired with Amy Tangerine and have done some that are still clear like this. It's basically like cello tape, or what else do you call it? Like just standard 3M tape, but it has a scored strip down the back so that you can peel off part of it and apply it to your tip-in, and then trim it and peel the other side off and then put it in your book. So it just kind of makes it a little bit easier to go through the process of tipping in something. So I love this tape, and I'm really excited to pick up some of her new, like the colored ones have like dots or stripes or just like little details on them that I think will be really cool. And that's from Lauren Phelps. I'll include a link if you're interested in picking it up. I'm not sponsored. I just think it's cool. So I peel this, and it's already static cling season. This stuff sticks to me. But you just peel one half of it off and line it up with your piece that you want to tip in. like that. And then since I haven't peeled the other half off, it's not going to stick to anything until I'm ready. And then you just peel that off again and line it right up in there. And because this particular notebook is not quite a B6 size, this is a little bit, doesn't fit quite right, but that's okay. I'd rather have it be undersized than oversized because I don't want it to stick out. But then you've got your calendar on the inside and sort of notable dates on the back. And once it's in there good. And then I'll usually try to add some sort of tab so that I know where the page is. You can just fold over a piece of washi tape and call that your tab. And I have done that frequently. Like this one, I actually put a tab in there, but you can do whatever you want. And then this is the process where I start my planning part. And like I said, I'm going to be using, sorry about the bad ASMR. Gotta pull this out of the plastic bag. I'm going to combine these two. So one of these will go on each page. And then I'll start prepping the pages. And I might speed this part up a little bit because I know it can get a little slow and a little boring. And if you're just following along at home or washing your dishes or whatever, I will put on some music so you can just have a little chill out time. So let's see. I really like these little trees. So I tend to like to put down a bit of the washi tape first and then put a sticker over it. And like I said, this is really my formula. You may have a way cooler way to do it, and feel free to share or put a link to your own video or something, because I'd love to see how other people do it. And I've talked about this before. I make a point of trying not to put the tape and the tip-in little, you know, decorations in the same spot on every day. One, because it's boring. And two, because it creates bulk over time. So if you always put in the top corner, you know, all your stickers, this part of your notebook will get really, really thick. And the rest of it will be really, really flat, and it'll just make it a little awkward. And I also like to run things off the edge, which is why I keep a pair of very sharp embroidery scissors so that I can trim things off. But I feel like it just sort of helps engage the page. And I try not to put too much stuff down. And sometimes I'll do like these stickers down here, and then maybe I'll put the day and the date up in the top corner. So if I do that, I have a little piece of this washi left. So I'm very much a use what you have. What will be the first? Let's see. I think it's Saturday? Yeah. So there we go. I'll just trim that a little bit off. So there you go. So I'm going to do a couple more pages just so you guys kind of see what I'm up to. And then we'll close this video out. Okay, so I have set up the first 9 days, which basically takes me until Sunday the 9th, which, like I said, I like to sort of do my pages starting on Sundays, like just because that's the day that I have time to sort of sit down and do this kind of thing. So just flipping through really quickly, you'll see on this page, I put things in top and bottom corners. This is something that I do a lot when I set these up, is kind of balance. And then when I have facing pages, I like to use the same color scheme or design scheme on both the left and the right hand side pages, just because it kind of creates this little bit of coherence. So like here, Sunday and Monday, I used both yellow flowers. I used the upper left hand and the lower right hand corner. So then my text will go in here. And then I use these as places to sort of divide the page. So like I can use this as a column and maybe do my to-do list here and then sort of write my thoughts for the day here. And I'll just go in and using that pile of pens, draw a line up to sort of split it all. So for the 4th and the 5th, I used the mushrooms and the autumn oak washi tape. And again, top and bottom, just to sort of create a balance rather than having it at the top of every page. And again, that also helps to spread out the bulk so that, like, you know, I did it corners here, now I'm doing it in the center. And it's a way to sort of help you, sort of push you to do some sort of creative layouts, but then also sort of, you know, there's a good reason for doing it. And then for the 6th and the 7th, again, I just pulled the 2 fern pieces, did a little wonky tape, added a little yellow leaf on each side, and then the day and the date. So again, trying not to use too much of the page, but then again, I can divide here, like across the middle here, and have to-do lists and things like that up here, thoughts for the day down here. This one I can split vertically and do the same thing, like write my to-do list and my information here, hence keeping the ruler in my bag. But just really quick. And then again, here, just did the opposite corners, upper right, lower left. And then just kind of created a little clump collage of pieces. I was using the foraging washi tape, which looks like little postage stamps, which I think is really cool. And it's mostly sort of plants, mushrooms, that kind of thing. From Creeping Moon. So those were the first 9 days, and just sort of walk through the process. I can flip back here a little bit and show you, like, they're not beautiful. My pages are not beautiful. They're wonky doody. I just stick stuff in. If I have more to write, I will just tip in a piece of paper with additional info. So if more stuff happen in a given day. So just, you know, I occasionally will drop in a printed piece with like what book I have read, add in a couple of stamps as I go along, to sort of fill in the space when maybe not so much went on. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and add a tab here, and I'm thinking, I wonder if there's anything here that I could use as a tab. Nope. So there are a couple sheets here that I didn't even touch yet, but I feel like these will be great for the upcoming weeks. I think this one will be really fun. But yeah, and like these, I really think they're pretty and might be fun to stick in to sort of write like a little list. But because this is coated paper, I'll probably need to pull out a an alcohol-based pen or like a ballpoint to write on them. So that is sort of my setup for November. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. If you have any questions or anything in particular you would like to see in the future, please leave a comment. I'd love to hear what you guys are up to, and please let me know if you do a specific type of setup for your journal planner combined. It's one of those things, like, I've heard a lot of people referring to this as visual planning, visual journaling, memory keeping, junk journaling. Like, I do try to stick in things that come up throughout the month. So like if I go to the library and they give, I get a little printout receipt of the books that I check out, I'll try to glue those in. I've seen people who started using those little die cut, like little cutters where they'll cut like a circle or square of, from the snack that they ate or the tea bag that they drank, or maybe that's a way to do some of the receipts. But I like adding in different bits and pieces. I'm not hardcore junk journaling or anything like that. I just want a way to sort of remember my days, remember what I did, remind myself what I need to do, and just make this an enjoyable task. So I hope that this helped you and you enjoyed watching this video, and I look forward to bringing you more videos like this in the future. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you soon.